That's hard. So I was born in Korea, so Seoul, Korea, but I lived half of my life in Japan. So
Oh,
I was in, well, 5 years in Tokyo and 5 years in Kobe. So that's a little unique.
wow. Okay. Can you explain the story behind that?
Okay, so well, I'm Korean. My parents were Korean too, so I was born there, and I lived there until like I was 9. And then my dad's work required him to go abroad to Japan, so that's why I went to Japan for Tokyo. And then we went back briefly to Korea after 5 years. And my dad decided he likes Japan better, so like he moved the company, so we all moved back to Japan. But this time we went to Kobe, and we stayed there until like now before I came here. And my family's actually still back there.
Oh,
So yeah, I haven't been to Japan like for like 2 years now, I think.
wow.
I went to Korea last summer, so that's a little. Yeah, I miss my friends, miss my family, miss the food, miss the atmosphere. I feel like I'm losing my Japanese too. I hope not. But yeah. I don't know, like everyone's more willing to help each other in Japan, I feel like, and more like community, like tight, and like not like US. It seems like individuality is the biggest thing. So like I care about me, you care about you, we care about each other, but I come first, something like that. But like Japan, it's more like community based. So like I help you, you help me. Like we are the biggest thing together. So like I missed that part a little.
Okay.
So, well, I guess one thing I had to work on was to actually be open and like, well, so being open is not that hard, but like actually expressing my opinion. So like in Japan and Korea, I was raised to be like this little nice cute girl, who listens to their mom and dad, and like not really rebel and everything. But here, like you're free to voice your opinion, and I haven't really had the chance to do that back home. So in classes and in the very first like quarter, I was like, just sitting there, not saying anything. I'm still working on it too. It's a little hard for me, but that I had to work on. I really like how I'm exposed to like so many different like ideas and like different races and different like people from like different backgrounds. So like in my school in Japan, it was basically the rich people like paying for that kind of education because it was expensive too. So like I was hanging out around with I was hanging around with a lot of like diverse like nationally, but like not socioeconomically, right? But here I get exposed to like people from like different socioeconomic background as well. So I noticed how privileged I was, and like I was complaining back in home like, mom and dad, like why can't we go to Hawaii for vacation? But like here I'm like, wow, there's a lot more people who suffering, and like I'm very privileged, right? So that kind of thing was very insightful. And like other things in general, like US culture, like food. Food is amazing.
Yeah.
And Chicago in general, I say I really like the life here. I feel like I'm home with those RSLs I'm involved in. There's some drawbacks, but in general, I think it's really amazing.
Okay.